Hello, hi. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining the National Parents Union. I am Kelly Williams Bolar, and this is The Parent Effect. And I'm so excited. Today, I have a wonderful guest. Her name is Laura Harris Booker. Laura, are you there? There she goes. Hi. You know what? Turn your volume up. I don't know why it went out. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming on. This is an absolute blessing for me. I'm so honored to have you on as a guest. I want to let the people know your credentials, and I have them written down here, that you are a licensed ordained minister. And let me get out the lighting here. And you're a Christian counselor, founder of Bliss Ministries.
Yes.
And I'm just so excited to have you on. How have you been doing? What? We're in our 14th week of this pandemic. Yeah. So how's it been going for you?
It's been going well. I think one of the biggest things with this whole pandemic, it's just a big paradigm shift for everybody. Like we have to really, really locate our own emotions and come into terms with the grief and the loss and the transition. I think that's the hardest part. So I've been very mindful of being connected to I can't go to the beach right now. What you can, but do you want to? Right?
Exactly. Right.
You know, my favorite restaurant, I'm not comfortable with going to sit in restaurants. So just coming to terms with how that is. So that's been the biggest thing is staying mindful and connected to my own emotions. There's so much transition and your emotions are kind of like all over the place because you don't even realize like I can't do that. Like I might want to, but I can't. So that's kind of how I've been kind of working through that process.
Do you now let the people know? Are you a mom, grandma? What? How many kids do you have?
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm a mom. I actually have two daughters that I gave birth to, and they are 26 and no, 20, 28 and 26. One just graduated law school I don't know, about 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
huge.
you so much. The other is a professional at Genesis. But I have two bonus children with my new husband. I'm a newlywed of 3.5 years. And so I have a bonus daughter who is 22, and she is a professional in the fashion industry. And I have a son that just graduated high school. So he's on his way to community college over at Muskingum. So, and I have two grandkids. So I'm a mom, a grandmom, a wife. Yes, all of that.
That is so beautiful. Congratulations, especially with the one that just graduated from college. That's huge, and especially, and then now she's a 2020 graduate in college. So she had to readjust a lot of the situation that's going on or that went on for the graduate.
Yeah. Grad school was different that last semester. You know what I mean? And so now she's prepping for the bar. The bar has been moved out because, again, they have to consider all of the COVID issues now. Space hole. I mean, it's such a big test and so many people involved that, the space, the contact, all of that good stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of transition.
With all of this going on, and then, of course, we have compact with other issues going on with the emotion, of our state. Can you tell me, what are your thoughts about our state, where we're at?
Right. Honestly, this is a space in my counseling practice. This is a space where we are literally being bombarded with images and death and destruction and inequality and sickness, disease. So, I mean, we're getting the entire paradigm of life, right? So, I mean, I lost a dear family friend in his mid-30s to COVID. Died. And yet here we are seeing images like in my 51 years of life, I never believed I would see someone get killed on television.
I know. Right.
So really, from a clinical standpoint, right now is such a difficult space that I'm really, really trying to push people to come into a real connection with their emotions and the fact that they may vary throughout the course of the day. Because the wide range of all emotions, anger, frustration, fear, doubt, concern, you know, whether it be financial, whether it be physical, emotional, like there's just so much going on at once. So really pushing to practice that mindful state, that state where I sit still and just locate my emotions first, because I think you cannot overcome or successfully manage emotions until you come to terms with them first. So you have to first locate it and say, where am I? I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm afraid. I'm agitated. I'm aggravated. You know, whatever the emotion is, coming to terms with it first, and then actually starting to actually put it in its proper place. Sometimes I literally cannot watch a lot of those videos because I'm like, by the end of them, I'm so angry. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm getting racist thoughts, right?
Right, exactly. It will change. You're right. It
Like,
will.
oh my gosh. So you really have to really sit still right now and really monitor the amount of stimuli. I can't say enough. A dedicated time frame in the morning to get mindful, to meditate, to get quiet, and a dedicated time at night to turn everything off, phone included. Turn it off and lower that stimuli level. So again, you can set yourself quiet and get, you know, connected. So
With your inner self. Okay, right.
oh yeah, because the lack of sleep is bombarding people. It's also making you more susceptible to sickness and disease, because when your body cannot repair itself, that's what it does in sleep. You actually wake up with your immune system suppressed. So there you are, an active candidate for COVID just from having a lack of sleep.
Lack of
So
sleep.
these are things
Wow.
that we have to get our minds attached to, the excessive amounts of anxiety that people are experiencing. I don't even have to diagnose a patient. If I see a patient with a belly, I already know they're having excessive anxiety, too much cortisol, their body can't break down sugar properly. So again, we're seeing so much of this in real time that we have to sit still and think about, where am I emotionally? How do I find my peace? How do I locate joy? And finding it wherever you can find it at this moment. Like this morning on my walk, I walk 2 miles every morning. I saw a blue jay. That was just bliss to me.
Yes, yes.
So just finding it wherever.
Can you know? I just love your spirit, your energy. I've been watching you for a while, and I need these people that my audience, and I want to take a moment, and I just want them to know your information, how to get in contact with you, how to watch you on when you doing your you know your weekly Bliss show. So go ahead, tell them how they can contact
you. Again, the Bliss Life. You can follow me on Bliss Life with Laura Booker on Facebook. You can also follow me on live_Bliss Life on Instagram. You can see me live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Tomorrow we are doing a group therapy session on grief. So it's going to be a powerful space. So many people are grieving so many various losses. I have a private practice, and you can reach me at the telephone number 330-208-3892 if you want to schedule times and different things. I have tiered segments of payments and different ways that people can effectively get clinical help. When I was called into ministry, I knew after being in it for some time that God wanted me to go into another direction, which is why I had to go back to school and get my master's, and subsequently now getting my doctorate, because the dynamic of the psychological is so important for the believer.
Yes.
Because you can't put scripture bandages on things if you're not ready to face facts. Facts are there. They're looking at all of us, and we have to learn how to face them. So they can reach me at those couple of places. I'm in the process of getting a brand new website built. My website crashed at Christmas. So I'm getting a new website built. So I'll keep in contact with you so you can make sure we share that information as it
Absolutely.
is. Yes.
Absolutely. And one more time, your number, because some people just like they like to be able to give a call to make appointments.
Oh, that's okay. 330-208-3892. Leave a message if you don't reach me, and I will definitely phone you back. You can inbox me on Facebook. You can DM me on Instagram. I do answer those. Some people do not answer those, but as a personality, I still do answer those. So, and then you can book time on my Facebook page. You can book appointments and things of that nature if you would like to schedule counseling sessions or bliss moments, or whatever the case is. You can actually book those through the Bliss Life with Laura Booker on Facebook.
Thank you so much for that. And in this time, we need you. We need people like you. We need counselors. We need someone who's going to be able to get us back. I mean, and especially in minority groups, I believe that there are not enough of us that's promoting that. When I was coming up, I remember if it was ever a thought that my dad should go to counseling or my mom, it was like, what? Never. That's for people that, that's like they consider that a weakness.
Yep.
And it's not. It actually, I find more respect for a couple or a man or myself to go to that, because that means that I'm searching for a higher me. I'm searching for a better me. I'm searching to find something inside me. What are your thoughts? Now, being that I get so excited sometimes, and sometimes I start to clamp everything together because I get so engulfed in the passion of what I'm trying to, say or execute. But did you ever find that coming up? Did you ever?
Oh yeah. It was mental health in the African American community is highly stigmatized. It's highly stigmatized. So it was associated with, oh, those folks crazy. Because everybody had that uncle upstairs or somewhere, and they was off and they acted crazy, and that's that Uncle Jerry, he crazy
in the basement.
So it was highly stigmatized to get mental health, or even to admit that you needed it. So it still exists. Part of my doctoral thesis is about the translation between the medication and the application of the word. Because again, folks, I know I go to church with some bipolar folks, but they just want to be like, well, Jesus, I'm healed and I'm delivered, but you need some medicine. Right? So, just having that space where it's okay to say, I'm not okay. Because guess what? If you were molested at 5, or you were, abused, or whatever the cases were, those traumatic experiences hang out with us for the duration of our lives unchecked. And they impact every other relationship we ever have, whether it be romantic, friend, family, foe. Goes to work with us. It sits in the pews with us at church. So many people are coming to church with unchecked trauma.
Yes.
A traumatic experience that has never been faced. There was a lot of stigma around in the Black family too, of secrecies.
Yeah.
Everything was secret. Yes. So if you were molested, you couldn't tell anybody. Or if you didn't have food, you couldn't say anything. Or if you, whatever the cases were, whatever goes on in this house stays in this house. Those were the regimens that were practiced in most African American families. So when we grew up, that's how it was. And so we got these shrouds of secrecy. We have this stigmatized mindset around mental health and well-being. And so with all of those things together, it is so refreshing for me. I mean, literally, as I was trying to connect to everything to get on our show today, one of my counselors texted me and she said, I'm not forgetting my mental health, but she was laid off with COVID. So she had difficulty, being able to pay right now. And I'm like, okay, but did you do your assignments? Because when you counsel with me, you have a lot of work to do. I don't believe, listen, you're not clogging me up for an hour or 3 hours so you can just yick and yak. No, we're doing some work because I want to see you become free. So I'm like, did you do your work? Because we might have to touch in, even if you can't afford it right now, to make sure you're still doing your work. So, it's vitally important that we take off these shrouds of secrecy. We take off this stigmatized mindset that, mental health is not cool. It's so cool right now to say, I'm not okay.
I'm not okay.
Yeah.
It really is. I years ago, I knew, I always thought anything that you go through, you must talk about it. You must speak it. Not only is therapy is therapeutic for you to tell your story, but it's also therapeutic for someone else to hear it, because you don't know who you're helping when you tell them. Because like you said, we're all dealing with different levels of pain and things that's coming into our world, be it that when we were children or adults or whatever, we're helping each other if we tell our story. And I know that sometimes it's not time. People feel it's not time and they think, but as far as I'm concerned, when is it time then? Don't wait till you're 70 and say, oh, okay, because you want to heal and you need to start that process so you can be joyful.
Yeah. And enjoy life. And it's so important that you said that, because again, that's scriptural doctrine that we all know. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony, right? So we're told by the word to tell our testimony, but we're too scared because we've all been mishandled by somebody who blabbed their mouth. But see, the truth of the matter is when you become okay with what you've been through. See, what I've been through is the composite of who I am, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. So it's not the good things that have made amazing Laura. It's the bad stuff too. So when you haven't come to terms with the bad created the good as well, when you haven't come to terms with what your past is, whatever it is, I've always been that minister. The devil will never out me because I out me. You will never tell my secrets, devil, because I tell my secrets, because I'm not ashamed of what I've done. I'm not ashamed of where I've been. And, so when we can get past the shame of who we are, then nobody can take your information and mishandle it. They might put a little spin on it, but the truth of the matter is I'm going to always be out in front narrating my own story. I don't give you the opportunity to narrate for me. I narrate my story. So all you can do is take the crumbs that you pick up from what I tell you, and you can twist it and turn it any way you'd like. But at the end of the day, the composite of the story is mine. So I think when people get out of the shrouds of shame. So many people are dealing with shame. They're still dealing with disappointment of what they've done, what they've been through, what trouble they got in, what sin they committed. They're stuck there. And so they don't have the capacity to be okay with my story and all of it.
And to move forward, oh my gosh, so many cases, so many people have, you can just tell they are just stuck. And it's like, how do you got to grow, and they're just so stuck. I don't know what that is, but like you said, they need help. And like I said, they need help. how do you find your bliss, your joy? Right. People want to know.
I find my bliss. I've started to allow God to show me the smaller things. See, we've been all traditionalized around, when I get the Gucci bag or the Louis bag or the big house or the fat car or whatever, I'm going to be happy. When I get the man, I'm going to be happy. But when I was single for 10 years in between my marriages, divorced from another minister, going through that traumatic experience, raising teenage daughters alone with no assistance because he refused to pay his child support and alimony, all of those traumatic experiences, God started to show me, like, you need to see where I am in that free cup of coffee I bought you. Woo. Like when you walk in Starbucks and somebody paid your bill, can you see me? Can you see me when someone blesses you with a pair of earrings? Can you see me when you walk outside and that there's 5 colors in the sky right now, when the sun's setting? Like, so he had to show me literally to find my bliss. I was going to have to be able to see him in small things. So I daily look for, and I used to always call them God kisses. Look for the God kisses in my day. Where's today? I go on my Cash App. I send someone a birthday present on my Cash App. I go back 2 hours later and somebody sent me a gift on my Cash App to sow into the Bliss Life Ministry. So you see, that was my kiss today. Like that was my kiss. The blue jay this morning, and then the monetary seed coming back to me immediately. So finding my bliss was first about coming to terms with my life. I hated my life. For a long time, I hated my life. I was like, how did I get divorced? How do I end up alone? How did I, just hated everything about my life. Little by little, God had to show me that there was power in every segment of my life. The good things, the failures, and everything in between. There was good
And even
things.
and even your when you verbally, you know, and because by you saying that, it just makes me think I'm tearing up, girl. I got
Yeah.
because it's like even with me, I'm just so blessed. You know, I'm divorced. You know, I'm single. I raised my girls alone and by myself. You know, I had my parents. They did help me, but like you said, I was really alone. But just walking around my condo and just saying thank you, God,
Yes.
for what I have right now. No, everything's not new. No, I don't have a new car. No, I
Right.
don't have. But let me tell you something. I'm so blessed right now. And
Yeah.
so I just walk around and I just thank God for the roof over my head, for my bed, for my televisions, for you know the things, for just small my water. It runs. I have hot water. I haven't had to. I've been able to pay my bills. That's a blessing.
The
That's
whole
a blessing.
pandemic. Right.
Through the whole
Yes.
nothing went undone. I was able to take care of everything. That was all God. And that was like you said, that was a kiss. And I always I see cardinals, I see blue jays, I see different
Yes.
things, different beautiful things. I just sit out on my porch and I love it when it rains. That's my
Yes.
meditation. That's when I get a chance just to sit there and think and just say, thank you, God. And just, I feel like I'm in a rainforest and I just say, thank you, God, you know? So
Yes.
you bringing out something in me right now, just on that level, because I just I love feeling that joy. It's nothing like being still and feeling joy, because I just the other day, I told my nephew, he stopped over and I don't know, some kind of way we got on relationships. And I wanted him to understand, and I hope he didn't take it the wrong way, but I wanted him to understand. I told him, I said, you can't make a woman happy.
Right.
She has to come happy. She has to be happy. And
it's
you don't want, yes, you don't want a woman that looks at you and tell you that you need to make her happy. That's the wrong road.
Wrong woman.
Yes, it's the wrong woman, you know. So oh my God, you are just awesome. And but before we round this up, I do want to say to my audience, thank you for tuning in. You guys are amazing. I absolutely love this program. I love the National Parents Union. I love that they give me a platform to bring awesome individuals like Laura Harris Booker on. That right there is a blessing, because she's going to touch so many lives. So I just want to say thank you. I have to give such great gratitude to the audience that decide to come in, because you guys can be doing anything in the world, but you come in and you watch me for 10, 15, half an hour, whatever you choose, but you do tune in. And my gratitude is there. And I want you all to know how much I really, truly appreciate you. And before we go, I don't know, Laura, I know you're from Akron, but I know you don't live here now. But over the weekend, we had a situation. You know, I work for Akron Public Schools. I work at a high school.
Right.
But this is a different high school that I work at. A young girl, she just graduated, and her name was Nakia Crawford. Did you hear anything about that?
I did. And it's sketchy, the information, but I heard she got shot.
Got shot at an intersection over the weekend. They are looking for a black Mustang. That's all that I do know. So if anyone's in Ohio area, Midwest or Cleveland, Akron, Canton area, they're looking for like a black Charger, or a black Mustang car with dark tinted windows. Yes, and they it's it's sad. That it could be a hate crime, because there was a man who just got out and he just started shooting her 5 times, and then he just took off. And she just graduated from high school. She's 18, and yes, and so that just rips me. That just tears me down. And so but I say that because I just want, if we have listeners from all over, and I just want people to stay out, stay aware, stay conscious of your surroundings. Right now is a very sensitive time. But before we go, Laura, what would you like to say, and how would you like to end this?
I would like people to understand that, again, division is a spirit. Racism is a spirit, and it began in the garden. It didn't just begin now. It didn't begin with slavery. It didn't begin with black and white. It's not black and white. It is a spirit. But God is reckoning this season and this period of our lives. He said 2020 was going to be the year of clear vision. And I'm telling you, the wool is being pulled off of everybody's eyes. no more hiding, no more shrouds, no more faking the funk. If you're a racist, it's coming out, right?
It's
If
coming
you
out.
on some dumb
Absolutely.
stuff, it's coming out. So I want everyone to not give in to the fear. If you're feeling fear and trepidation, you have to sit and become mindful. Fear comes one thought at a time, so it has to be canceled one thought at a time. If you're really feeling anguish, please contact me. This is a good time to start counseling. It's a good time to take care of your own mental health. But this time period is bigger than you can imagine, and it's more than just the simplicity of the black and white. It is so much going on in this earth realm. I just speak life, and I just want people to know that this period is on purpose,
Hmm.
and it's not by happenstance. And guess what? God is still very much in control of it. So if
Absolutely.
you think he's not in control, you are so much don't know your father. And I hope you get to know him. But he's in control. Things are going to work together for our good. And everyone that's being impacted by death, destruction, sickness, disease, and fear, I just speak peace, the shalom of God over your life. I speak peace into your atmosphere. And I just thank God that he gives you a real revelation of who he is and that he's in control.
Absolutely. God bless you, Laura. God
Amen.
bless you. Thank you so much for coming on. I want you back. I
Yes.
would love for you to come back and talk and help the people that listen in, because I think the people that do listen in, we're looking for answers, and we're looking for, like you said, we're just looking for peace, and this
Yes.
is one avenue. And again, people that's listening, call her, contact her, make your appointments with her, get
Yes.
with her. She will help you begin your process of healing. Thank
Yes.
you. God bless you. And everybody have a safe and prosperous day. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.